Hey boys and girls, I'm going to go ahead and show you where to find your assignment for Social Studies Lesson 3.01. You'll go into your Social Studies course and you're going to scroll down. We're looking at Module 3 and we're looking at Lesson 3.01, Curiosities and Questions. So you'll open up that lesson. You'll click on the Google Slide presentation to open it up. And you'll go through this 12-page lesson. It says, as you learned in the first module, historians spend much of their time engaged in inquiry about particular people, places, and events during a certain time period in history. Get ready to work as a historian as you inquire about American history. So you're going to be walking through the late 1800s and early 1900s. You're going to study a collection of primary and secondary sources. And it says here, before you begin, you will need to print your historian's journal for Module 3. That is right here. Remember, as you study each document, look closely at the full image. Look closely in each corner. Look closely in the center. Think about what you see, the people, the places, the things, the titles, the captions, or other words and numbers. Let's get started. So if you click here at the bottom, this is your historian's journal. It's the same one you saw in Module 1. It's the same one you saw in Module 2. So you've got your K, your W, and your L. With this lesson 3.01, all you need to do is the K column and the W column. And you're going to do that for each of these documents. There are 8 documents that you will go through. Document 1, Maine explosion. Number 2, Buffalo Soldiers. Number 3, Imperial Ambitions. Number 4, Blast Furnace. Number 5, Assembly Line. Number 6, Child Labor. Number 7, Women's Suffrage. And number 8, Falling Apart. You will see these documents throughout the lesson. You do not need to go any farther. You do not need to do this column or this column, questions or new learning, because this is what you're going to be filling out as you go through the module. Okay, so you're just doing the K and the W section with this lesson, which is 3.01. So as you go back to your lesson, once you have that printed, you start to come to the different documents, and it tells you what to do. Document number 1, Maine explosion. Closely study this document. On your historian's journal, list the things you already know, which is going to be in your K column, what I know. And then next in the second column, make a list of at least 4 close-ended and open-ended questions you have about this document. As a historian, what do you want to know? So any questions that you have about this document, you're going to put under the W, what I want to know. So you're just filling out the K and the W for this lesson 3.01. You will fill out the L column as you go through the lessons after 3.01. So you've got document 1, the K and the W section for document 1, the K and the W section for document 2, the K and the W columns for document 3, the K and the W columns for document 4, and you'll do the same thing, K and W column for document 5, 6, 7, and 8. So you're filling out, like I said, you're just filling out the K and the W column for the 8 documents. You will want to save these papers because you're going to add to these papers as you go through each lesson in the module. You will be looking at each of these documents again and be completing the L portion as you go through the lessons. You'll also be able to add more questions and new learning as you go through the lessons in this module. But like I've said multiple times now, for 3.01, all you need to do is fill out the K column and the W column for the 8 different documents. And it says here highlighted, keep up with your historian's journal throughout the module. You will be asked to submit it at the end of the module to show your learning and thinking. And then it tells you what to do with the questions in the new learning. Throughout each lesson, please go back to your historian's journal to list new questions you have about what you are learning. Also add new information that you have learned. This information might answer your questions, or it might be something that is important or interesting to you. Okay, so once that is done, and again, you only need to do the K and the W portion for lesson 3.01. You will be adding to the L column as you go through the rest of the lessons in this module. And you'll also be writing down questions and new things that you're learning as you go through the rest of the lessons in this module. When you are done, you will go back to Buzz. You'll go to your next activity tab. You'll scroll down. Remember, social studies, you have to scroll down, click on the blue plus button and attach your work. Let me know if you have any questions.